Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Gadis. I know you don't recognize me because my hair's all messed up. I have bedhead. And I have bedhead because I ran to school as quick as I could today and I didn't even take time to comb my hair. Why did I run to school today? Because it's Reading is Fun Week and I was so excited to be here that I wanted to get here as quick as I could. I'm going to kick off Reading is Fun Week with reading one of my favorite stories, Bedhead. Look at the hair, just like mine. It's a great story by Margie Palatini, and I hope you enjoy it. Mouthwash gave his front teeth a passable brushing, and then, in a gunkless corner of the soapy silver soap dish, and a foglish smidgen of his father's foggy shaving mirror, right there on the hot water faucet, for heaven's sake, he saw it. It was big. It was bad. It was Bedhead. Oliver's hair was out of control. Way out of control. There was hair going this way, hair going that way, hair going up, down, around and around. And there was one teeny tiny clump of hair way at the back of his head that looked like, just like a cat's coughed up fur ball. Ah! Ah! Oliver's scream shook. It rattled. It rolled all the way down the stairs and into the kitchen where Fruit Loops went flying. Milk was spilled, spit and sputtered, and two toasties did triple backflips over the breakfast table. Oliver, 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 shouted Mom, Dad, and Emily as they ran up the stairs and headed for the bathroom door. Mom leaned close to the door. Closer, closer. That's right, even closer. Is everything all right, Oliver? She whispered in her calmest mom voice. Come on now, dear. Open the door and let us in. Not a sound from Oliver. Not a whimper. Not a peep. Please, said Mom. Pretty please. Pretty, 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 pretty please. The doorknob slowly turned. Mom smiled at Dad. She gave a wink to Emily. There you go, she said, taking a step into the bathroom. Nothing can be that bad. Wrong. It was that bad. Yes, sir, no doubt about it, said Dad, surveying the hairy situation from sink side. Oliver, my boy, you have one bad hair day going. Major, said Mom. Total, agreed Emily. Maybe if we just push it this way, Mom said, giving it a try. Boing. Been there, done that, moaned Oliver. Perhaps if we just pull that way, said Dad. Boing. Been there, done that, groaned Oliver. I could curl it, offered Emily, ready to roll. Oliver stared a steely stare at his sister. I don't think so. Oh, then we'll just wet it, said Mom. Yes, let's just wet it, they all agreed. So they watered Oliver. They splished him and they splashed him and gave him a good soak and dunk. Ah, they said, sighing confident. Job well done. Oliver's bedhead was now dripping wethead. And then it dried. Boing, boing, bink, blink, boing. Hair started going this way. Hair started going that way. Then up, down, around, and around. And there were bigger clump of hair way at the back of his head that looked just like a cat's coughed up fur ball. Ah! Yelled Oliver. I say we spray, shouted Dad, taking aim with a squirt. Yes, spray, spray, cried out Mom and Emily. So spray already, sputtered Oliver. They spritzed him and they sprayed him. They gooped and glopped and moosed him. They even hairpinned him flat in 5 places for good measure. Ah, they said, sighing in a confident job well done sigh. Oliver's bedhead was now one slick gel head. And then pins went flying. Boing, boing, bing, bing, boing. Hair started going this way. Hair started going that way. Then up, down, around, and around. And there was now an even bigger clump of hair at the back of his head that looked just like a cat's coughed up fur ball. Oliver wondered, Maybe if I just sort of, kind of, brushed it a bit. No, no, the three shouted, seeing the boy with the bristlets poised. Whatever you do, no, 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 no brush. Too late. Oh yes, the brush got stuck. Not stuck in the hair going this way or that. Not stuck in the hair going up and down. Not even stuck in the hair going around and around. But stuck, yes, very, very, very stuck in the clump that was the back of his head that looked just like a cat's coughed up fur ball. Mom gave a yank. Yow! Dad gave a pull. Ouch! Emily gave it one tug. Yikes! Well, said Mom without a bit of doubt, that brush is stuck all right. Definitely stuck, decided Dad. A done deal, declared Emily. Then, just when they all were about to give up hope, Oliver saw the answer right there on the wall. That's it, he pointed. The hat, go get the hat. So without one more thought of a spritz, spray, or dunk, they all helped Oliver squish, smush, and cram every bit of bedhead, stuck brush and all, into his faithful, old, battered, but true blue baseball cap. Well, almost. Good enough. And with a kiss and a wave, Oliver headed off to school. Everything was fine. Everything was dandy. And then Mary Margaret, who sat in the third row, 4 seats down, one desk across from Oliver in Mrs. Oppenheimer's class at Biddlemeyer Elementary, looked over at him and said, "You can't wear that hat." Oliver looked over to Mary Margaret. "Can too, can not." "And just why not?" demanded Oliver, holding tightly on his hat. Mary Margaret grinned. "Because it's picture day." "Picture day?" stuttered Oliver. "Picture day," sang out Mrs. Oppenheimer, standing in front of the class. "Everyone line up for our class picture. Back straight, faces front, smiles wide, and hats off." "Uh-oh," said Oliver. "Hats off?" "We're waiting, Oliver," said Mrs. Oppenheimer as everyone took their places. "We're waiting, Oliver," said Mary Margaret. "We're waiting, Oliver," said everyone else. "Hey, kid," said the man behind the camera. "Yeah, you with the lumpy-looking head. Off with that hat." Oliver hemmed. He hawed, but he knew he had it. He lifted the brim slowly, took off his faithful, old, battered, true blue baseball cap. He held his breath, closed his eyes, and he waited and waited and more. Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. He opened his eyes and looked up. There was no hair going this way, no hair going that way, no hair going up, down, not even all around. And nobody could see the brush stuck in a clump of hair at the back of his head that looked like a cat's coughed up fur ball. "Ah," said Oliver, sang a confident job well done sigh. "Ready, everyone?" sang out Mrs. O. "Big smiles and say cheese on the count of 3. A 1, she said, 2, she said, and then. Boing, 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 bing, ding, bong, boing, 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 boing. Hair started going this way, hair started going that way, hair started going up, down, around, and around. And the brush that was stuck in the clump of the hair at the way back of his head that looked like a cat's coughed up fur ball let loose and boinged Mary Margaret on top of her head and boomeranged right into Mrs. Oppenheimer's nose. 3, said the boink Mrs. O, just as everyone else looked at Bindelheimer Elementary. Got a look at Oliver and his bedhead. "Ah, jeez." "Click. Got it," said the photographer. Mrs. Oppenheimer's class, front row. Daniel, Jeffrey, Sarah, Jessica, Michael, Mrs. Oppenheimer. Then the middle row, Catherine, Ben, Tim, Mary Margaret, Emma. Back row, Robert, Allison, Andrew, Aaron, Stephen, Oliver, and of course, Oliver's bedhead. The end. I love reading this story to you, and I hope that you enjoyed it as well. I hope that you take time this week to really see how much fun reading can be. I hope you read a lot of books and stories, and I hope you have a lot of fun. Have a great week, everybody. I'm going to go fix my hair.